Hey, Unpaid Lunch listeners, you can find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and ad-free as a Prime member on Amazon Music. Find us on social medias and YouTube at Unpaid Lunch. On your break today, Unpaid Lunch OG Crew's back in studio. Well, pretty much OG Crew is here talking about things to do in the workplace other than work. All right, time to clock out for lunch. Welcome into Unpaid Lunch. Thanks for spending your break with us.
That's going to have to get cut.
This is the whole thing. Yeah, this is Heavy D, Rhino, Keys here, Monroe, fucking OG crew. Well, not OG. Andrew's not here. But that's twice we mentioned him twice in a row. I thought he was going to show up tonight.
Really?
Like, yeah, I thought he might like come by, but
No.
he's asleep.
It happens a lot.
That does happen. So we've not been here in a while. We made some false promises before. If you don't know us by now, we lie about things. I wouldn't call them lies. I'd call them more like gifts of fiction
Fabricated
that I present.
truths.
Fabricated truths. That doesn't sound good.
Intelligent.
Well, it doesn't sound as good as like a gift of fiction. If I give you a gift, Monroe, do you want a gift?
Yes.
It's a gift of fiction.
But if I tell you I fabricated something, it probably makes you think that I've been down like in a garage,
Yeah, that's
putting in
not-
a lot of work, sweat, and tears for it.
Yeah.
That's not how you pitched it to me.
You work
I would have
with your
agreed with
hands.
that. You would have sold me if you'd have said
I
that.
said the word fabrication.
Yeah, no, you didn't. You said fabricated.
Same fucking shit.
It's not fabrication. Sounds cool. Where you putting in on the end of the word.
That's right. Sounds very Fallout 4, yes.
So you make a body kit for my Dodge Neon. I'm there. Or it's a lie. See? Round and round we go. Welcome back, hustlers. Sorry. My bad.
Whew.
My bad. Rhino's got heartburn.
No, it's not so much the heartburn. It's those didn't mix well together.
Well, you know what they say.
Yeah. Drink for results, not for flavor.
Oh, yeah. Did they say that?
I say it.
Love to say we have a lot to talk about. Everything.
Listen, it's the same old shit for me. It's just a different sport.
It is. Complete transition straight back into it. You can't help it.
Completely into
Covered
a different
up.
sport. I spent all day today going and buying a new baseball glove because my son destroyed his other one last night.
Blew his out, yeah.
Blew it
Did you
all to
find one?
pieces. Yeah, same glove. And it was actually already fairly broken in. So I mean, him went out in the yard and threw and stuff like that.
Shit's so expensive. 3 times what it used to be.
Well,
Everything is.
the glove that he got was $80 a year and a half ago, and now it's $75 today. So
That's not bad.
win-win. You know, inflation didn't get that bitch.
Clay had to have a first baseman mitt. I ordered it and they sent the wrong one.
Specialized mitts are expensive.
They sent it right-handed.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So, like, I went to 2 different places today just begging and pleading to see if anybody had a left-handed thrower's catcher's mitt.
Yeah. Nope.
Nah, you got to order that shit from Guam.
Yeah, they don't exist.
Pretty much. Like, I asked the guy, I was like, do you ever get these in? He's like, man, hardly ever. And as soon as I get them in, they're such an anomaly that people would get them just to resell them. I was like, that sounds about right.
So, sticking on sports, what's got me inspired about our drive on this episode, things we do at work other than work. And it's because of March Madness going on. That's where it was in my head that this has to be the time of the year that people get the least work out of employees. It has to
It's
be.
one of them. I'd say this week-long stretch is right there.
It's like Thursday and Friday, nobody was fucking working. Everybody was just watching college basketball.
So you got that every year. I mean, this is kind of more or less in like a 2-month pocket, but whenever the whole entire job site starts doing fancy football drafts. That's
Oh,
another big
yeah.
one. That's another big one.
Well, and now that everything's moved up, it's all the same now.
Yeah.
Because the draft's moved up, so everything's gonna happen faster.
Well, should, but it
Yeah, maybe
surprised
not.
me how much that people starting to really fade redraft format. people's really getting into Dynasty.
Oh yeah,
Dynasty's taking
Hey,
over the world.
you guys are welcome.
Yeah,
All right,
Dynasty's taking over
we've
the
been
world.
rolling in that before it was cool, right?
Yeah, that one league we're what, year 7, 8?
Yes, I think you're 8.
I mean, I know some people's been doing freaking Davy baseball since like the 90s.
Yeah, but that's different. Fantasy baseball was around way before.
Oh yeah.
Way before anything else. That's what it
If you
came
remember
from.
back when we first started fantasy football, we done it from the Sunday papers.
Dude,
That's how we kept track of it. We manually kept track of scores and stuff from Sunday paper because not everybody around here had the internet to be able to go ahead and set up rosters on Yahoo.
we literally live for it, man. Me and Rhino ran a league. We still kind of have one. We count it as the same league whenever me and him are in one and we just add people to it.
Yeah.
But we had a league forever that was me and him and Steve was in it. Steve Baker was one of the main ones in it. Larry and then
Wayne,
and then rest in peace, Charlie was in it a little bit. He was in it a few times with us.
and then usually the rest of it was revolving door.
Yeah, Robbie was in it once, I think, maybe.
Robbie and Ryan Maggard came
Yeah.
in one time.
But we did that forever, and we did the drafts live. We did the drafts live on a board, no fucking computer. I don't mean like
copious amounts of alcohol.
I don't mean
That
like
would
we.
be fun, I think.
Oh, dude,
It's the best way to draft.
I swear
yeah.
to God, it was the best fantasy football experience. It got me hooked, and I've been chasing that ever since. And the Dynasty we do with Jody, it gives me that feeling because because we only use Sleeper as the source to hold our information.
Yeah.
We do pretty much everything outside
Shout
of
out
Sleeper.
Sleeper sponsor
Okay.
us.
Yeah, shout out Sleeper. We've been on Sleeper. We were on Sleeper before everybody else was.
We start porting over pretty quick.
Yeah.
We were on it when it was beta.
Now, one thing that they try to do all the time with Jody and y'all is it's usually predicated on weather and stuff like that. But Jody lives a hop and a skip down that back back road path to the old football field. So they talk about doing like 40-yard dash and field goal kicking competition.
Only did it once since I've been there.
There's always food.
We have a great time. I mean, it's not. We have a board. We do it on a board, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But we did. That's what Ryan was talking about doing it from the papers. We did the scoring and everything on a whiteboard. Like I did it myself.
Really?
Like me and Ryan would split the teams and we'd do it.
Yeah.
We did the scoring. We found the scores in the papers, the stats in the paper, and done all the scoring. And our scoring was outrageously insane because there was no guideline because we didn't have any idea what everybody else was doing.
Like quarterbacks are scoring like 4,000 points at game.
Yeah,
Really, the most obscure shit ever in the world.
But it doesn't matter.
We were giving them like 1 point per passing yard.
Yeah.
Like insane.
And when you look back on it, it doesn't matter because numbers like if you just drop a decimal point off of it, it's the same thing anyway. If he got 40 instead of 400, it's like it doesn't matter. Especially when there was no status quo. There was nothing. We were the first ones doing it. Like
Nothing
not
to go by.
Not the first ones doing it, but we were together here. And
technology hadn't found its way to our humble mountains.
Oh,
yet
yeah.
to be able to keep
kind of
those up.
sucks, don't it? That we when we started doing it online.
Oh God, no. Like there's parts of it that sucks, yeah, but like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Those Mondays sucked.
Those Mondays, yeah, we got
Mondays and Tuesdays were awful.
Really?
yeah, because me and him grinded our asses off
Well, here's
getting
the thing.
stats.
Here's what you got to think about. There was not an online database to set your roster. So what everybody did, we'd have like a group text going on, and it's like, all right, by Thursday, there was no Thursday night football games really at that point in time. And usually only like one Thursday a year. So by like Friday night, everyone had to text your starting lineups.
Okay.
It was wild.
And then we put it on a board that he kept in. That was when he was living in Whitesburg.
Yeah.
We literally had like one of your 2 bedrooms was literally just fantasy football shit. And like literally you'd have to put it on the board. If you done trades, it had to be manually calculated. Like we had one whiteboard that was just people's rosters.
It was awesome.
Free agency was non-existent. We didn't really do it.
Yeah.
Like you drafted pretty much what you had because there's no way to keep each other.
Did free
from
agency
splitting
when there was
points.
injuries was the only time we even fucked with it, really.
Yep.
If there was injuries, it's the only time you fucked with it. And now it's like, constantly, all the time, we're dropping somebody every day.
Yeah.
There ain't no football going on, and we're fucking with the rosters right
That's
now.
what I love about Dynasty now is
I like to get into a dynasty league.
If we have somebody drop out, I considered you because I think everybody knows you
Yeah.
in that group. It's Puckett.
you're
It's,
dependable too.
yeah,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
it's Puckett. Yeah, it's Puckett, and
Jody
and you're a Steelers fan, so if you're losing, you won't give up.
That's true.
It's
You are
Puckett, Jody,
used to
Nate, Lige.
Yeah.
That
Like,
one.
you literally know everybody but 2 people.
Yeah, and we really don't know them two people either.
Danny filled in for somebody who never was involved with it.
Yeah.
Danny's never involved.
Nah.
Literally, I forgot he was in it till just
And there's
now.
another one that you can send trades to.
Don't you forget he's in it?
I know Danny's there, but there's another one you send trade offers to, and he won't read them for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden, like the only person that can reach out to them is Jody.
Yeah, it's
Now,
funny.
it just feels kind of a little bit like a sham.
yeah,
little
it
bit.
seems bad.
But the thing is, like on Dynasty, completely different than redraft, is players that hold value on a year-to-year basis, like your Derrick Henrys and stuff like that of the world. In a redraft, you're going to take them, mid first, late first, early second. Things change obviously year to year, but Dynasty, you want to build for the long haul.
Yeah, start young.
Yeah, you want to start young when you can, or like there's some people that's like, hey, I know everybody in this league, if it's a buying league, I know everybody in this league is going to try to go young, go for low haul, so I'm going to go for that low hanging fruit and just try to pounce on that first championship right off the bat.
Because I've heard about the trades in this group, in this league.
Yeah, you'd like it.
I've heard about the trades.
The rookie draft's the funnest part of it.
So that's something during season at work. Man, Sleeper app is like a favorite on my browser. Sleeper app is constantly up, just like rolling through shit, especially during free agency season or when we're coming up on the draft and doing mocks and
I got
shit.
one right now that's bad, and I know Key will agree with this. Monopoly Go.
Y'all are fucking... Dude, she plays... There ain't no fucking way you play as much as her.
It's so bad.
No,
I
he damages my landmarks all the time.
I started playing 2.5 weeks ago. I'm on like board 96. It's a problem. It's such a problem.
Yeah, y'all... I ain't even playing it. It's not even a real game, right? You just fucking move around.
It's literally just spamming dice rolls. And listen, the only reason I attack you is because it always brings you up. It's you.
Yeah, you're at the top.
Samantha and Ryan Fugit, Bree,
Yeah.
my wife, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my grandmother-in-law, and then like 2 other people. James Gwynn, shout out Jimmy Gwynn.
Hey, holler at us if you play Monopoly Go. Y'all fucking comment on it and leave that shit. So
Blow my shit up.
Tear
my
they
builds
can add
down.
you.
Do it. Blow me up. It's so much fun.
I'm still not playing.
That's so good.
There you go. They're showing. Oh, they're doing.
Oh wow.
Flex and
Look at this shit. Yeah, look what I got. She fucking walked in today and was like, I got my said it.
Yeah. She's got my net worth doubled.
She doubled your net worth.
Double.
$4 to $8.
It's bad.
Yep.
Have you can play this album yet?
Yeah, the first one.
I don't know what they're talking about. Monroe, how you doing?
how you doing?
Everything going all right?
Yeah, everything's going good.
You quit your job yet?
I wish. As soon as I get these bills paid off, though,
As soon as they fucking go, you had to have a side by side,
I
didn't
had
you?
to.
Had to have a
Had
fucking
something to do
side by
when I wasn't
side.
working.
Now you working all the time. Your feet full of gout and
Listen, I
shit.
ain't fucking
Right,
good
I'm
anymore
80
this
years old,
podcast.
basically.
I'm just here
You're an
playing fucking
80-year-old
Monopoly.
man.
I'm 80 years old, trapped in the
Y'all
30-year-old
keep
body.
Y'all just keep going. I got some.
Y'all
rolls I
just
gotta
keep
take care
fucking
of.
rolling. You got some rumors you need to take care of?
Some rolls.
Some
Oh,
rolls.
some rolls you gotta
fuck
take
the
care of.
rumors. Listen, I'm.
The shields are all gone.
No, my shields are intact.
This is the best
I'm number
podcast ever.
11
I
right
don't-
now on my tournament settings. So.
You know what's
I've got
impressive?
2,500 rolls.
I think we'll talk about our numbers on the show because it's impressive with anybody who listens to this show. Because
It is my impressive. Let's pull that up. Let's see what that looks
the
like.
whole time, you want me to pull the fucking numbers
Oh,
up?
I got you, boo.
You already pulling them up?
Yeah, I got you.
I looked at them a little bit the other day, but I'm more worried about trying to get people to listen to Wayne West and talk to me.
Good luck with that.
I had their.
Did you listen to the most recent episode?
No, I can't. Dude.
You need to because Wayne's trying to start a feud with you
with me.
Yeah.
about turnbuckles or some shit.
Yeah.
God damn it! I can't fight with stupidity. I ain't doing that. Listen, if you put me on that one episode, me and he'll be somebody will cry.
I think it's what we need, bro, is a crossover episode. We get Wayne and Weston in here. I don't think you'd ever. There is a laugh
you
button.
just try to generate that heat. So
Oh, yeah,
you
there's
just
not a
try to
laugh
generate
button.
that
Sorry.
heat.
We've been talking about doing it. You want me to add one right now?
89, 85. We're about to eclipse 9,000.
Wow.
I'm gonna go do that.
I hope
shit
15
right now.
people listen to this episode.
Oh, let's not.
Ryan's going to
it.
download it 15
I'm
times.
gonna go download it 15 times just so I can say, "Bitches, we got there."
I've never downloaded it.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna make shit.
Never
happen.
even listened to an episode.
We're gonna make fetch.
I've never
happen
downloaded
right now.
it, but I've listened to it.
I'm lying about never listened to it.
Making fetch happen right now.
I do listen to the other one because I'm confused on it.
Where did it go? Where did it be? Unpaid lunch.
What cards? Mike's cards? Mike's flashcards. Where are Mike Adams' flashcards? Hold on. Stand by. You guys got to talk.
Oh, there's download. Just throw up a sign that says out to lunch. We'll return in a moment.
He said, fucking nothing. I said, you guys talk for a second. Let me grab these.
I told you I'm downloading shit. I'm trying to get us to 9,000.
Oh, God.
All right, the ideas downloading this all night long.
Fix fucking bot numbers, yeah.
Since it's baseball season,
Oh, God.
Read one. We're not even going to read
why
them.
is the shift the worst thing to ever happen to baseball?
It sounds like she pops up when she. It sounds like she pops up. What was that shit? It's like, next question. Why is the shift the worst thing to ever happen in baseball? And then we start talking about it.
Now, you direct correlation, though. You want to talk about things that distract you from work and shit not getting done. Man, opening day's coming up quick.
I'm pumped about it in Japan.
Let's
It already
see.
happened.
God.
It already happened in Japan.
Yeah. Listen, Trevor Bauer. I want to hit a sensitive subject here. Have you followed the whole entire Trevor Bauer situation?
Not recently.
Okay. So I'm a firm believer in if you do shady shit, you get shady repercussions, right? So he got in trouble for some violent sex acts a few years back that he claimed the entire time were consensual and agreed upon by the receiving party. She said otherwise. It went to court. Now, obviously, I would not be making any type of consideration saying, hey, everyone look at Trevor Bauer if everything came back and said, this dude's a sex pervert.
Yeah, you're not pro sexual assault.
I am not pro-sexual, so I'm actually quite the opposite.
For the record, not pro sexual assault.
So, found not guilty
Shout
everywhere.
out Disney.
Everything got dropped.
Oh, shit.
Or Nickelodeon.
Vince
Have you
McMahon.
seen all this
Sorry,
shit
Nickelodeon.
right now?
Shout out Vince
God
McMahon.
damn.
Wrong company. This one's just not got exposed.
Shout out Vince McMahon.
Nickelodeon. Have you seen all this shit?
I think
on
Disney's been
Nickelodeon?
exposed a bunch of times, I think.
Have you seen
Yeah,
all this?
you're right.
This Nickelodeon stuff's crazy.
That's what I
right?
was talking about.
Me and my wife watched like an hour and a half long documentary on that earlier today. It was gas. But Trevor was completely found either not guilty or everything was dropped the whole way through.
Just hardcore.
It's just he's in hardcore shit. Whatever. So now he's being blackballed. He is hitting 99 mile an hour.
I was going to say he's playing good baseball, right?
Over his last 4 starts in Japan, he has thrown 30 innings. He has a 2.06 ERA. That's sad. I'm thinking I'm autistic. I remember all this right off the top of my
Yeah, it's a lot. You remember those numbers.
This last start, 3 hits, 12 Ks, 9 inning, shutout. No one will give the man a contract. Stateside. PR nightmare.
Yeah. People are going to hate him no matter where.
Nightmare.
But I also think
Is it the Colin Kaepernick treatment?
are we
kind of.
are we sure people care?
Except he's white.
That's true.
Are we sure people care?
I don't know. What do people care more about? Like kneeling for the national anthem?
Does he win?
Yeah,
People don't care if you win.
He wins.
If you win, people don't care.
He wins.
You know what? Colin
But
Kaepernick.
He
If
is
Colin
a
Kaepernick,
PR nightmare right now.
if Colin Kaepernick was a Super Bowl winning quarterback, everything would have probably been okay.
I don't know about that.
No, but it would have been all right.
That last start, what was it? 4 picks, kind of screwed him.
Yeah.
Although I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
kind of curious if my bolts would end up even looking at him since we got Harbaugh and Roman. So I mean, there's that.
I
But
hope you all do something with Herbert.
Fucking Monroe.
I really like him.
Monroe wants a quarterback.
I just want a
Monroe
quarterback.
wants another one. He just wants you to stack quarterbacks on top of each other. He's trying to make one good quarterback, and
Yes.
they're trying to put all their
see, if you
quarterbacks.
start
Three
stacking
equals
them on
one.
top of each other without consent, you end up in Japan.
Hey,
Well,
speaking of
right?
Japan,
That's the problem.
is Shohei Ohtani going to get a lifetime ban?
I I know there's a lot of free Pete
'Cause it's
Rose.
real
There's a
sketchy.
Big free Pete Rose movement going around right now.
Real sketchy.
Uh-huh.
And boy, right now, the spotlight, he's the best player in baseball. He
Well,
might
I
be the
mean-
greatest player of all time. Are you going to do it or not?
$700 million, man.
I know.
$700 million man. So I don't know. I
Ain't
saw
no way.
I think it was
He could
Billy
cut
Long.
a baby's head off in the middle of the field and they couldn't suspend him.
Probably not. Billy Long posted earlier. He's like literally free Pete Rose into the Hall of Fame, free Reggie Bush's Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, dude. Reggie Bush's Heisman Trophy is the most bullshit. It's more bullshit
Especially
than
now
Pete
with
Rose.
NIL. Now with NIL running
It's more
rampant.
bullshit than Pete Rose because of NIL. I was like, hey, that shit that he didn't get that title for. I mean,
So the other day at work, I'm talking about rabbit holes.
Derrick Rose is different, right? 'Cause Derrick Rose was cheating on a test,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's not. It wasn't money.
Nah, his was eligibility. Now this was someone I can't remember exactly what it was with Bush, but it was a financial implication. Got down a rabbit hole at work the other day while I was processing payroll, and it was the whole entire. Did y'all see the? I can't remember. I don't know if it was court proceeding or if it was some type of. It was some type of shit that Nick Saban spoke out about against NIL on. Did you see it?
Oh, I didn't see that. He
I
spoke
didn't.
out against it.
Oh yeah. He said it was the driving factor for why he retired.
I could see that.
Yeah,
Started talking about how him and his wife had this. It was like a brunch cookout type thing for all the new recruits coming in. They'd invite their whole entire families. So he would go out and meet with the players, meet with the dads, and his wife would stay behind with the mothers and kind of talk about what him and her were going to do together as a family for their kids, how they were their extension of their family now, and how they were going to turn them into young men and gentlemen and this, and this. And it said over the last 2 years, things had got a little bit weird, and his wife pulled him to the side and said, "We're not doing that this year, right?" He said, "What do you mean?" She said, "There's no point in it anymore." She said, "We don't need to have the cookout." He's like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because whenever I pull the parents aside and I'm telling them what I'm going to do and what we're going to do as a family for them, they're asking me how much money we're going to pay them. They don't care about
They don't care about it.
else anymore."
and that's why he doesn't want involved with it.
Nope.
And you know,
I like, listen, I respect Saban to a degree right there. Like, the man was a trailblazer in recruiting. You see them old videos of him going out and dancing and stuff and acting like a damn fool. And people hated it, but when you're winning,
well, you know the
easy to
direction.
recruit.
You know the direction you're going down, and you know what I'm going to talk about next.
well, if you're recruiting and you're winning, it's not a problem.
Right. But if you're recruiting and you're not winning,
Man,
right, and you lose in the first round of the SEC tournament,
who the fuck's going to pay that $34 million buyout, though?
somebody going to have to pay it.
You have to pay that and the new coach.
Yeah, who's going to pay $34 million
So-
buyout?
Here's what I think.
Well, I think is Mitch Barnhart's a fucking idiot for getting him that contract.
Here's what I think. I think he's not going to lose his job this year.
No, he can't. It's
I
not
think-
I
financially.
think if you lose him, you lose the recruits.
You
will.
Wherever he
At some
goes.
point, that's going to happen.
Look, answer me this, right? Answer me this. Name 3 coaches that you'd rather have than Calipari.
Right now, Mark Few, immediately,
Right.
top of my list. I see a lot of people talking about Bruce Pearl. I mean,
I don't.
I say no.
We said that, and I said
not
if
Bruce
you
Pearl
have to
fan.
get rid of Cal, you can't put somebody in place that's Cal. Right?
Yeah.
You have to put somebody in place that's a young dude who is gonna.
Well, Mark
it's
Few's
gonna,
not that young anymore.
No, but it's going to
Shaka
do
Smart.
something different. You know what I mean? It's going to do something different. Shaka Smart kind of washed himself, I think, though, because I think he had a bad couple seasons
well, he
somewhere. Right?
faded in obscurity.
But anyway, I think.
I'll tell you the one that most people want's Billy Donovan.
But here's the problem: wherever Cal goes, that recruiting class goes too.
Yeah.
And there's probably only, we were talking about earlier, there's probably only 4 or 5 teams in the country that wouldn't fire their coach for Cal.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? So that's kind of the problem.
immediately.
Is almost everybody would just fire their coach. I was like, the only ones that wouldn't are the people who are going to be in the Final Four this year. And
So, tell you where he ends up.
Duke
at.
would fire that dude and hire Cal.
Tell you where he ends up at right now. Call him a shot. University of Southern California.
Oh, really? Because LeBron.
Yeah.
Because the connection.
LeBron just about came to UK.
Because the connection. I know that's what I'm saying. Because the fucking connection. Yeah, I can
You
see
take
that.
the Italian mob with you to Southern California.
He'll win a national championship with USC, and
We'll
not
talk
with
about
Kentucky.
recruiting power.
Yeah, a whole
And
different.
then all of a sudden, Bronny comes back.
Yeah.
Sophomore year. I'm telling you.
Well-
USC, I'm calling it.
that would be so. That's what my hot seat. doing something other than work is on the hot seat because all the Kentucky fans now we're just going to be doing work.
Because I literally almost deleted Facebook for 3 days.
College
I
basketball.
haven't watched UK basketball in 2 years.
College basketball's dead to me.
It's the same shit. Anybody that's said since 2019 that something was going to change, you're delusional.
Yeah.
I've not been watching it.
It's wild to me.
When I saw prognosticators the other day saying that Reed Shepherd was going to be the number one pick in the NBA draft, I was like, damn, this is a down NBA draft. If we're talking about Reed Shepherd being the number one pick when he's not even a fucking starter on UK's team.
Yeah.
Number one pick in the draft?
It's crazy they're talking about it and he don't start.
6'3", shooting guard?
It's crazy. I think if Cal
How about
did
Dynasty Sports? Let me trade all of my first round shares.
wonder if Cal did
Here's
come-
a good draft. If
Cal did come back, how many of those boys he could get to stay? Like Reed's gonna
I
go,
still
right?
think Reed stays.
Really?
I think he stays
it depends.
Just for the name?
because his mom and dad.
Yeah.
Depends on the draft process. And I don't care who your mom and dad is. If someone tells you you're going to be the first pick in the draft and you're guaranteed a bag up full of money, you're gone.
That's true.
It is a big bag of, yeah, but he don't need money.
They don't need the money. That my family don't. But
It doesn't matter.
I'm sure he's got infinite NIL deals too.
Well, here's the thing, though. If he's guaranteed to be a lock in
Yeah,
the first
I
round
agree.
pick in this year's draft,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not going to be next year.
No, he's not. And he could get hurt. I mean, you have to go.
You go.
You have to go.
Immediately. I mean, NIL's its own thing in and of itself. And a lot of people saying, hey, if you're in football, you don't leave after your junior season now, you stay for your senior year, et cetera, because you're still making money. But if I'm a player, I want to get through that rookie contract as quick as I fucking can and get the big bag.
I just don't know because they're talking about players staying now because they can make more money. If they're not going to be a top 5 pick, they're going to make more money in college than they are in the
That's the
in
problem.
pros.
And in the long run, it's actually probably high.
Well, they said they can get a full education and make the money they were going to make as a pro.
Ain't none
Anyway.
of them going to school for a freaking education.
Well,
Ain't none of them.
Some of them, yeah, but they will if they're going to stay 4 years and
Well,
get paid
yeah,
for
they
it.
have to because they're going to have to be eligible.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, if you're going to be there, you have to do the school.
That's what I'm saying. They're all going to get a degree in what's the degree you get for being an announcer?
Oh, God. No, it used to. The big one was, God, what was it at UK when I was
Physical science or some shit.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
It's
or not physical science, but like science of
public relations was one of them.
Yeah.
Was a big one.
science of broadcasting or something.
That's the one that you utilize
Yeah.
to get into the broadcasting field. And then there's another one. It was basically a humanities degree.
Yeah, and then fucking
It
just to get a 4-year degree.
was a bachelor's of
Listen to me,
arts
bit and what idiots?
bullshit.
What fucking idiots having a degree? That's what they get. But yeah,
What's a degree?
we're not going to get to. I'm not going to get to watch any because it's all dead to me. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to watch any more college basketball. So instead, I'm going to.
Did you see someone put a $60,000 bet on Duquesne?
Wow, that's a lot.
Was Duquesne hadn't won a game since '69?
yeah.
They put $60,000 on them to lose by 5, and they won by 12.
Yeah.
Why would you bet $60,000 on something that they were probably they were going on?
They were favored to lose by 10.
What the fuck? Why would you put that money on them? I don't understand that. So
The fix was
something else to do instead of work that's related to sports also is when all of us are going to be taking a week off work, the week that NCAA 24 comes out or NCAA 25 comes out.
Listen, I've already got my whole entire freaking month lined up for that.
Yeah, I'm going to delete myself from
You wanna
everybody.
talk about content creation. My God. So listen to this, Monroe. I'll talk to him about it.
Yeah, I'm
talk to
pumped
you
about it.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a YouTube channel. We are going to, depending on how many owners or coaches or whatever you want to call it, ADs, whatever it is, you take that many people, let's say it's 30 teams, you build out a 30-team league. I've already got the logo built. I've already showed it to Dusty. So you take the cover art of the game and replace. Have you ever seen the movie The Program?
Mm-mm.
So it's about college football. Literally, I've taken the program, like the actual DVD cover art, and put it over top of NCAA 25.
Okay.
So basically, what we're going to do is I'm going to treat it like ESPN. Every single coach that gets hired into the role, We're going to interview them about your recruiting. We're going to do interviewing segments about your games. There's going to be rules and stipulations in place. So, traditionally NCAA football does a scale of 1 to 5 in terms of how powerful your program is. You can't do anything above a 3-star.
Okay.
So you have to start at a 3, like Calgary Bears, Arizona Wildcats, something of that nature. Arizona will probably be banned. I won't let nobody use Arizona.
Why?
Because traditionally they will be a 3-star platform school, but they've got one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the country this year and arguably the number 1 wide receiver.
Arizona does?
Oh, yeah. McMillan and Noah Fafita.
Oh.
I think his name is Noah. I know his last name is Fafita. But he's probably top 5 quarterback and easily the number 1 or number 2 wide receiver. So it's a 3-star team that you're just getting studs.
Yeah.
It's busted. So basically you take the 3-star platform school and you play through the first season. Ideally, what I would like to do is every person gets at least 1 user game. So when we go through building out the schedules, like say you're in what used to be the Pac, whatever, you're in the SEC or whatnot.
Pac-2.
Normally you two wouldn't play, but I'm going to try to find some way to where everyone in the league plays at least 1 user game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just progress it along. Yeah. You go to recruiting strategies and things like that. You do a big special when all of a sudden someone gets a job interview and kind of interview them, see what their decision-making process is for getting that job. I think it'd be fun as fuck.
I think it's awesome.
Like, I've got people all the way over in Breathitt County that's interested in it already.
Well, I think you get people all over the country doing it. I mean, I think you get people in different places doing it.
I think it'd be awesome. So that's something
I'm down.
Dying to do. And that's the thing is there's other strategies that come into place. Like I've done a 15-man before that we ran it for actually probably 6 or 7 seasons. It was a good time. I was the first person to get a 5-star program. Not because I was good, but because I was smarter than everybody else. Everybody went to the SEC. Everybody went to East Coast platforms. Like if somebody we didn't do the 3-star list in that one. No, yeah, we did. But most people went ACC, SEC, Big 10, Big 12. Mm-hmm. I went all the way out west. I took California.
Yeah.
I'm the only person
recruiting
fucking west of Texas recruiting on that side of the country.
Yeah.
So I think that first season I went like 11-1 because we didn't have mandatory user games. So all 12 of my games were against the computer. We were playing on Heisman.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I lost to USC. Or no, it was Oregon. That was when Oregon was really good. They fucking dismantled me. I got offered Oregon. Oregon got head coach got fired. It would have been Chip Kelly then. He got fired, and I got the job. Everyone else is still fighting with each other, going fucking like 8-4 and shit out on the East Coast. And I'm like, yeah.
You coaching Oregon?
I had Oregon with all 9,000 jersey options. It was awesome.
Oregon's the best team ever to have.
They're hard to recruit on that game.
Oh, really?
Nobody wants to go to Oregon. You think they do, like back in the Mariota days, but nobody wants to go up there in that fucking rain.
Yeah,
nobody. So my goal was to try to have a couple seasons there and then come down to USC. That was my goal, my dream. Get down to LA, start recruiting there. I think I ended up at Texas, though, if I remember right. I ended up at Texas.
I'm all about it. I think we can get people in on it. I mean, people do it for sure.
Well, it's fun because you have the Heisman part, right? So naturally, when you got a bunch of people playing user teams, all 5 Heisman hopefuls are from user teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're trying to fucking... And
everybody's trying to just put up the most
losing games,
astronomical, god-awful stats I've ever seen in my life. I had a guy, he's like, man, the only thing Ryan does is throw the ball. He's going to throw 25 fucking interceptions, but he's going to have 7,500 passing yards. I averaged 500 yards passing a game. It was like a Cliff Kingsbury offense. It was nuts.
Oh, yeah.
He said, you can't even run the ball. I was like, motherfucker. Next year, I literally took and revamped my whole entire offense with my recruiting class. I was at Texas at that point. I had a 6-foot-tall, 225 running back come in with dreads. I put a visor on him, and I changed his name to fucking Ricky Williams. And I rushed for 2,500 fucking yards. I just fucking forced it down people's throats. I was like, who's running the ball now, bitch?
I ran an offense that was literally 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Oh,
and I ran the clock out. I'd have the ball for a whole fucking quarter. And have the ball for a whole quarter and score, and then play solid defense and have the ball for another quarter.
I ran a
win 10-3.
Yeah, that's all the team was.
I won a Heisman with a defensive player.
Awesome.
With an outside.
That's hard to do in that game.
Back then, they had a nickel 155 prowl blitz. Now,
I love the nickel
If you
155.
was
Yeah.
good with a free safety,
Yeah.
and the only hole in the entire defense was the running back. If someone put the running back on a flat outside and just dumped it outside, or was able to get the option out quick, they were gone.
Yeah, and
75, 80 yards every time. So you had to be really good playing that free safety and matching and watching where the tailback goes. If that tailback sits in the backfield, the block,
You blitz. Yeah.
you blitz with that free safety right up the gut. If not, wherever they go, screens hurt too, because it was a nasty blitz.
It's worth it though.
You bring in so many, but if you recruited press corners, I would recruit the slowest fucking corners in the world. I didn't care.
But they beat the shit out of people.
Listen, it was Yokozuna on the freaking line, just like Edmund Honda.
They couldn't get away.
Hand slapping people.
Yeah.
I'm like, you ain't fucking going nowhere. If you gave me 0.7 of a second, that blitz was getting home.
I love that shit.
I'd run the 85
That's what I'm
speed
saying.
corners.
That's got me excited. I'm saying my mom was talking about today.
I can sit and talk about this all day long.
Whether
I've not even got the show yet this year because I'm so excited about NCAA football.
Yeah, I'm not at the show either. I've not played it.
I ain't got time.
That's what I didn't have time. But my mom was talking about going to the beach. Like she was talking about planning a vacation, and if I had the PTO, and I was like, "Well, I've got enough PTO for a vacation, but when college football comes out, I'm taking like 24 hours of it." I was like, I'm at
I got
least
5
taking.
days right now. I'm bankrolling.
Well, I'm off Saturday and Sunday, so I was like, I can take Monday and Tuesday, or like
When's
whenever
it come out?
I think it comes out on a Thursday. Like, so I can take
Thursday
like
night.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
That'd be long enough for me and Ryan to build.
Well, I'm wanting to get to 7 days that way. Well, right now I got 5 days, so that gets me 9
but we
days
can
off consecutively.
Yeah, and we could build the infrastructure for one and do a practice one
Oh, God, yeah.
and see if we could get
Listen,
one
I'm
going.
going to have 6 going at one time.
Yeah. Wow, I'm excited about it.
I'm not even.
Let's take off work. Let's quit your job, play college
They're going to
football.
have to put me back on site.
They will because you have to play that fucking
I'll
game.
have to go back on
Ryan,
site.
you have to go back. And sorry, you're not
I'll
doing
do it to
anything.
myself. I'll make myself go back on site. I will.
Yeah, because you do
Or
too much
I'll
shit.
I'll get fired.
Played a lot of Apex when I worked from home. Did a lot of that shit.
Listen, I don't. Even now, like I've been working at home now for about 3 months, and I don't play any video games.
I know you don't do anything. That's what I did instead of working, shop on eBay, play
what I
video
will do.
games, watch YouTube.
I boost my battle pass on Fortnite every day. So since they've added the Guitar Hero shit,
Yeah,
there's a festival main stage, and then there's a jam stage, like a side stage, and there's 4 quests that you get every day that attributes to a daily, and then you get a weekly, and it bumps your actual battle pass level up by like 3 every day you do it. So I'll pull up Fortnite, and I'm like, okay, I need to go, and I need to play this song for 3 minutes on drums, and I'll set the controller, and I'll lay the controller down, and I'll start working again. It's like, all right, now I got to change it to bass guitar. I go back and start working again. I got to get my like 3 or 4 day levels of my battle pass in every day, but that's about all I do. I don't have time.
I know.
I'll fight with fucking sales all day long.
This has nothing to do with anything we're really talking about except for Chris at work. Shout out Chris. Chris Hibbs. I guess congratulations, you got applause.
The yawns.
Chris at work wanted me to play Helldivers with him.
See, I've heard good shit about Helldivers.
Yeah, Helldivers is awesome.
I started playing it.
Where it's good.
Yeah, so here's this thing I do. One of my friends that I want to hang out with more and want to play video games with will say, "Hey, would you like to play this game?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I would like to play that game, but I don't have time to play that game, so I'm not even going to get it." And I'm like, "All right, I'm not going to get it." And then I hang out with them a little bit more, and they talk about the game. That's all they talk about is the game. And I'm like, "All right, man, I'll get it, but I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to have time to play it. I want to play it. I'm not going to have time to play it."
See, the last time I done that was Destiny, and I played it.
And then I'll get
Created
it,
Problems.
and I'll get it.
Mr. Oldest.
And I played Helldivers, never with him. I played
Yeah.
about 4 times.
Sounds about right.
Right? I played about 4 times when he was asleep. I played, and then I got into it, and never played it again. So I spent $40.
Randoms. Just queuing
I
up.
played with randoms a little bit, man. But if I want to play with randoms, I'll just play something I want to play with
Yeah.
randoms. Like if I'm going to play with randoms, I'll play another fucking game I can play with randoms
Yeah.
that I know how to play. I'll just go play Shipman on Call of Duty Like I can fucking just run a shotgun around and throw grenades and blow a bunch of shit up. I don't care.
You're right.
Take me back to Warzone when it was good, though. Take me back to.
I enjoyed Warzone when it first came out. I did.
God, it was so fun. Now it's just
Well, I mean,
BR is dead.
what was the first BR that came out? They got
PUBG?
big. Was it PUBG?
PUBG was the first one because PUBG was a mod, right? On PUBG was a mod on a game.
And
I think.
then Fortnite. Fortnite came thereafter.
Call of Duty was the last.
I think it was on the last.
Yeah, Warzone was definitely later than everybody else's BR.
What helped with Warzone is a lot of people didn't want to do the building aspect of Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yes.
You shoot somebody in the fucking left butt cheek, and all of a sudden they build
The problem with Warzone was there was too many Call of Duty players. I know that sounds dumb, but it was too much Call of Duty.
Yeah.
If you play
Sweats.
PUBG, PUBG's a totally different game, dude.
It's slower.
Yeah, and if you get downed, it's so sweaty to kill downed people, like on PUBG, because PUBG is different than Warzone. That PUBG was one hit kill. Like you're dead if you get shot, you die. Like if you get shot, you die. It's realism.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of armor, but you don't like run through a field and get hit 4 times. You're dead. And I think it was so sweaty to kill somebody that was down because if you reveal your position, you die. Like on the game.
Something. So looking at it, hindsight, there's some things that just don't make sense to me. You have Battlefield that arguably really battled with Call of Duty for years.
I know.
How could they never get a BR right?
Dude, the whole game is a fucking BR. Why didn't they do it?
I don't know why they never got that
They
right.
could have just took the game and made it. You know that mode on the game, like the main mode you play on Battle. Did you play Battlefield, Monroe? You play
A little
Battlefield
bit.
much? Did you play it, Key? Did you ever play it? So that mode on the game that's not just TDM, that mode where you have to take the each.
It's like Conquest.
It's
pretty
fucking
much,
BR.
Yeah.
It's a BR. Like that's what I was. It's crazy that it's not like the buildings you
How
have to
did
tear
it
them
never
down.
work for Halo?
I know.
Halo was tailor made to be a BR.
You know, like, oh man, Halo would be such a good.
Like
they
the
could
big
do
battle
it
mode. You
now.
take big
Yeah.
battle
They could
mode.
still. Yeah,
They could do it now.
Yeah.
But here's the one that
Well,
I've always
BRs are dead,
wanted.
so they couldn't do it now.
I wouldn't say they're dead.
I don't know because Fortnite's like barely a BR anymore.
I mean, the no build mode really brought it back.
Yeah.
To some
I'm
relevance.
saying people play the game for a lot of different reasons
Yeah.
now.
I mean, I play it for the Guitar Hero.
That's what I'm
mode.
saying.
A
And
lot
people
of
play.
but
It's like Roblox more
I
than it is
play-
a BR.
Well, the Lego survival mode that
Yeah,
they've
that's what-
added, it's nuts.
That's what I'm saying. It's
so
Roblox.
adept. But it's kind of one of those things now. It's a one-stop shop. You can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Like Fortnite was brilliant in changing that business.
It's
model.
Roblox.
Here's the one that I've been
They stole it.
banging on the chalkboard for years now. Borderlands.
Dude,
Borderlands.
because it already feels like a BR.
Borderlands. Like it is the game that says that you basically have 1 trillion different gun
Well,
possibilities.
so Apex, what's his name? Jetlegs,
Octane.
Octane is a Borderlands character,
Yeah.
bro. I mean,
Yeah.
he like his whole
He's a bandit.
gimmick. His whole gimmick is a bandit, right? His whole gimmick is that, and it shows you that would be just it. You would just fall out of the sky as a bandit. You know what I mean? As whatever you would fall. Everybody could be a bandit to be perfect.
Or you could set it up even like with the 4 main classes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Like right now, like you pretty much when you play Apex, you have a scout.
We should make
You-
video games.
That's what I'm saying. You have a scout. You have
Hey, remember-
basically a gunzerker.
Remember when you ran? When you this is let me tell you this. This is not anything you believe, right? Because it sounds like bullshit. This is the most bullshit thing ever that is real that happened to me and Ryan. And it sounds like bullshit. Madden Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
Do you know what we're talking about? Madden Ultimate
Yeah.
Team, right? Ryan, me a little bit, but Ryan mainly. Ryan had a huge part in the creation of Madden Ultimate Team, like of it existing at all, and who was on it and what it did. The dude who created it talked to Ryan on a daily basis about how it was working,
Madden 11.
and how it would and how everybody was going to like things. Ryan Ryan was like borderline game developer.
Oh, yeah.
And if we knew things we knew now, he probably would have used that as an end to get in with
I
that
wish
guy.
I could have.
But we were young, dumb, and
Yeah.
young,
Back
dumb, and
then,
broke.
When it was a beta.
Yeah.
It was a beta launch that came well into the efforts of Madden.
Madden had been out a while before
Madden.
they added it.
I think it was Madden. It was the one that had Breeze was on the cover.
Yeah.
So basically, Madden came out. They're like, we want to build out this card structure. We want to build this out and see how people feel about it. I got involved, got invested in it, really got him twisted into it. Now
Through forums.
yeah, it was basically ran through the EA forums. I'll never guys like there's a guy named Mad Labber. Never will forget him. EJ NFL. There's a bunch of us. But there was like 7 of us that were main contributors to it. I swear to God that I was single, was working in the mining industry at the time. I bet you I spent no less than $5,000 on Madden Ultimate Team when it was coming to life. And it finally got to the point where I wasn't spending any money on it. They was giving me coin, basically saying, go here, break this, do that. That was when I originated, and me and 3 guys honed and built out the nickel 155 Proud Blitz. Darren Sharper was your free safety. Like there was certain players that you build out. You would they were even asking us like, what players should we build cards for? It's like we have the base models, but what do we do? We're like, well, you got to do the.
They created the powder blue LaDainian Tomlinson for Ryan in the game.
Built Tomlinson out.
it.
I built out a 99 overall Jason Taylor. For the Dolphins, legendary Jason Taylor. You had CJ2K, Chris Johnson,
And that sounds like a made up story, but it really was happening like real time. Was fucking helping write a game.
We started out like we
helping
were
write
like,
a mode.
Let's do random drops. Let's say on Tuesday. Now it's all the way through the message boards that these 3 new cards are coming
so
out.
Fun in its peak.
They're added in. These are chase label cards that you go through. Then once it progressed from that, we actually started suggesting, well, what if we do one of, like right now in a big thing in the card industry now with autographs and stuff like that is a 1 of 100, 1 of 99, things like that. We started doing release cards like that on Tuesdays. Remember Deshaun Jackson? Your idea was the Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson. Yeah,
there was
returner.
He had a punt return. That was really big. One weekend, Dusty said push that Deshaun Jackson punt return from like week 12. We pushed it, and that was the first one they built. They done 100 of them. But then they were like, man, we can make a whole lot more money if we done more than 100 copies of this card. Like, what are we doing?
1,000 of them, yeah.
Yeah, we're shortchanging. So was it 1,000? I can't remember. It was 100 or 1,000.
No, 100. It was 100 to start.
It was 100 to start out. So we started out. That was, I think, the only one that actually got a limited run because we realized, guys, y'all ain't making no money this way.
Yeah.
You got to get a steadier launch. Back then, there was no albums. There's no collection pieces.
It was so basic. It was so basic.
You capped
and
out.
Better.
It was better. You capped out at 99,999 coin.
Yeah, it was better.
There was no trade
Auctions
system.
were real.
There was auctions, but like all of a sudden, everyone, and that's what was crazy about it, is it developed its own secondary market. It became Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
And it was not what we anticipated.
Yeah.
And it's like, everyone's like, well, this Adrian Peterson card is quite clearly the best running back card. Where it's worth more than 99,999. We're like, okay, cool. There's not a way to trade. So how do you do this? So then we started having to build out like secret handshake deals because you could go and search. The search parameters for auctions was skewed. But if you honed in on one specific price, it's like, okay, Monroe, I'm going to sell you this Adrian Peterson, but here's how it's going to work. I believe that this card's worth 350,000 gold. So I'm going to sell you 4 cards at 99, full 99 cap. And it's going to be bullshit silver cards. You're going to give me the money. All right, then at that point, once we get to the point where we've evened it up, we're going to sit it in at an obscure price. It's going to be like 34,568. That way you search for that exact amount.
Yeah.
We both get into an Xbox Live party and we say 1, 2, 3, go. We search at the same time together. You get your card. Then it developed a sniping market. People would learn what mine and your code is and what I would post shit for. And if I posted, hey, I won this CJ2K, people were prowling the forums.
People were getting $400,000 cards for $5,000.
Me and Dusty would, or say you and Dusty would broker a sale for a CJ2K, but I knew Dusty posted his shit for 34,568.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I'd watch y'all's interactions back and forth on that thread, and then I'd sit and spam that fucking button for about the next 6 hours. I would sit there and just spam it. and I'd snipe your card.
Oh, yeah.
And then both of y'all be messaging me saying, man, it's bullshit. We agreed on a deal. This is bull. I'm like, sorry, man.
It's fucking bought a card I found on auction.
That's the thing. That's where me and Mad Labber and EJ got really involved is we became forum police. It's like basically we built out a trusted, non-trusted list. This is people that's done 5-star reviews on their trades that make the list that you should sell with. God, if I could have made that into a career.
Well, almost.
Yeah. It'd be like Ronnie fucking 2K.
But you wouldn't have this podcast.
Fuck. I'd be building Madden cards. That in terms of video game, it's the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, you'd have been a good game developer.
That was the most fun that
That's
I
kinda what you wanted to do.
had in my life
Yeah.
with a video game. Outside of maybe, I don't know.
We had a lot of good times with Madden. Madden in college.
Listen, Destiny was really big.
With
I'm
Charlie,
It was
very-
in my life
We
when
played
it first came out.
Destiny's, I mean, I built a lot
Did you
of
play?
friends.
You played with Charlie? Did you play with us and
A
Charlie?
little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we played with Charlie. We probably had. I mean, we had
Yeah.
hours and hours.
Well, I'll
and
tell
hours
you,
with Charlie.
I spent more time with Drew and Tybo.
Oh, yeah,
than
Drew and
anybody.
Tybo.
Drew and Tybo is who I spent a lot of time. But Destiny had a lot of hours involved. It was the RNG on that. Once they took away the RNG and made everything quest driven,
Yeah.
the game lost its luster for me. It was like you had people, obviously, they were pissed because they've been playing the game for freaking 8 months and never pulled
Well,
a
that's something I'd do instead of work was play on that fucking Destiny app and customize my dude on that fucking Destiny app the whole time. You fuck with that the whole time.
I'm telling you right now, if at some point this is going to be a career that me and you is going to start, we're going to make an app where literally you just get that dopamine rush for opening shit.
Yeah,
They'll just literally just offer people $5
So-
just to open random shit.
yeah.
I mean, that's all it is. It's a neurotoxin,
Yeah,
pretty
it is.
much, man. It's nuts.
Loot crates, baby.
It's nuts.
What do you think? You just give me $1 and you open a loot crate.
But that's why I loved Ultimate Team.
I know,
$100
dude.
over
God,
a
it's
box
like
of
I
Magic
would
cards.
sit and just fucking open Ultimate Team packs all day long.
Magic Arena.
And all of a sudden, when
Do
that
you not
freaking graphic dance on the screen, you're like, oh, there's that Namdi Asamoah, baby. Nobody talks about Namdi Asamoah anymore. He was the
Namdi
best
As-
fucking corner on that
Get
game.
fucked. That guy for about 4 years. That guy was
All pro.
Berserk.
Oh, God. He was nuts.
berserk. Couldn't honestly, dude. You could not throw on his side of
Listen,
the
in
field.
closing, and I'm going to stop after this, but in closing, defense. Jason Taylor at right end. Okay. Warren Sapp at the middle. There was Mean Joe Green. No, Mean Joe Green wasn't there yet. What was the other D tackle? It was a Will Fork. The other rush
Vincent.
defensive end was Derek Brooks, who was supposed to be a linebacker, but we played him there. You didn't play any linebackers other than a middle linebacker that was Ray Lewis because you was running a 1-5-5, so you ran a shit ton of corners.
Mm-hmm.
But your main corners was Darrell Revis, it was
Mm-hmm.
Revis Island essentially, and your Namdi Asamoah. That was your press guys.
Yeah.
Strong safety was Ed Reed that came up and played man, and then you ran the Darren Sharper. It was the
Yeah.
only 99 that wasn't on the team, but the 98, it was nuts.
Remember, there was a night train lane that was busted forever.
Not on that game. Not
on
Train.
that one, but
a lot
Night
of
Train was later.
retro didn't come out until later.
Yeah.
During the beta, you still had to be an active.
Couldn't throw
member
over
of
top
the
of Night Train. He
NFLPA.
was 7 foot tall.
Yeah, he was stupid.
Couldn't throw over top of him.
But you
Night
still
Train.
you had to be active NFLPA to make that beta list. So like Jason Taylor was like on his last legs with the Jets there. So that's how he was able to get some of those.
So it's kind of what we need to let our employers know is that if we are required to work on the week that the college football game comes out,
I'm not working.
I'm not working. I will not be
I ain't
working.
doing it. I ain't doing it. Nope. Mm-mm.
Check out Unpaid Lunch. We're on everything. We want you guys to comment and message us, interact with us. We get bored at work and want to read your shit. So send us some stuff. Rhino, do you have mailbag stuff? Do you want to save it for next week?
I think we'll save it for next week.
Okay, we're gonna do mailbags. We're gonna bring back mailbags next week.
I got a couple that we can link
Okay.
in for next week. It'll be good.
Yeah, I've got some exciting guests coming up. Hopefully we'll get those on. Check us out on Instagram. Go on there and share some shit there. You can check us out on Patreon too. We're gonna share those. You can share those links. You can find them at the bottom of the damn page whenever we go through or whenever you read our descriptions. I don't actually think anybody reads those. I think I could put stuff in the middle of it, like giving codes. I'm going to start putting code words in them, and if you put the puzzle together, you're going to get a free T-shirt. A free T-shirt.
A virtual high five.
It's not. Yeah, you get a microphone high five. I'm going to put all the patrons in the descriptions as well this time around. So instead of shouting them out. We'll do it that way. But yeah, check us out everywhere there. Check out the Show and Color podcast also. Rhino hates that one, but we have a good time wrestling podcast. We're going to get him on there eventually. We'll get him on there eventually. He's going to have a good time talking about wrestling. Yeah, you guys got anything else? You going to roll this D8 and this D6?
Listen, we're at nearly 9,000
It's
episodes.
a 5, you roll.
It's been a fun year. I feel like there's been a lot of things that we've had a lot of impact on, but the one thing that I feel like we've had the greatest impact on more than anything else is I like to think we successfully had the hand in the name changing of a restaurant in Letcher County. I really do think we had a part in that.
I feel like it has
100%.
I saw that the other day and I was like, God damn, that was us, boys.
Yeah, I was thinking
that was us.
I was thinking.
You see the new shop that's opening in Cumberland?
No.
There's one opening that's owned by him over there.
So we were, we won't mention any names, but I think we did have that impact. I do think we got that name changed. I think maybe the heat, we brought some heat.
Yeah.
But it was, they earned that heat.
We helped them quit their job.
We helped them quit their fucking job. All right, boys. You got Monroe? You got anything, Key? You got anything?
I'm good.
All right, y'all. Remember, ain't nobody stopping you from quitting your job, but you. Pretty chill. Did you roll it, guys?
Ma.